Hello there, YouTube. Thank you for joining us once again at Zach Maglin Collectibles. And as you can see, we have another new product to rip and review. For the very first time on this channel, we'll be ripping and reviewing 2024 Topps Chrome Basketball with Steph Curry right there on the cover. And I know this is another unlicensed product, and we've tried to stay away from a lot of the unlicensed products, especially with basketball. The licensing turning over to Topps, I believe, in October of this year. And for football, the licensing turning over from Panini to Topps, I believe, in the spring of next year. All right, so we can't wait for that. However, Topps did release this, and I know the rookie class is not as appealing as it was last year with the Wemby hunt, but we're going to give it a shot. All right, so I know some of my subscribers have encouraged me to check it out. If I'm not mistaken, one of them early on was What the Pack PH. Shout out to him. I believe he was encouraging me to rip one open. So I wasn't going to commit to a hobby or a mega box, but these blaster boxes seem okay. I went ahead and purchased this when I saw it a few weeks back at my local Walmart, and I purchased this for $30 each. And as you can see, I have two boxes, which means I spent $60. Hopefully we can get some, if not all, of our money back. But as you know, we are in a new month. All right, so we're still waiting to reveal the winners of last month's giveaway, which we'll do shortly. Like I said, we're going to do that early next week. All right, we will go ahead and release the winners, or announce the winners, I should say, because I'll be out of town for the next few days, and we're going to try and put some time into it in terms of getting a nice place to actually announce the winners at. So I will be out of I won't say out of the country, but I'll be out of my normal location and announce the winners once again for the month of June. But in the month of July, we are going to announce that we have another new giveaway. This is a big month for us, and we'll get to that in a few days and what exactly I mean by that. So, but we have new products to give away. So we're going to be giving away the following products. You've seen this before, the NBA Prism Value Pack. For the very first time, Topps Series 2 Value Pack. Once again, Topps Series 1. And for the very first time, an Optic Value Pack. We have not even opened one up personally or on camera. So that's a new product to check out. And the old reliable, one of the early on gifts that we were giving away, a Mosaic Blaster Box, which you can go Wemby hunting in terms of Wemby's rookie card. All right, so remember, in order to be eligible for our giveaway, be a subscriber. If you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Thanks to all of you guys and your support, our channel has quickly grown. All right. Believe it or not, as of this recording, we are at 500 subscribers. All right, so we're on to our next 500. But we are going to give a little thanks in terms of those that have supported us thus far with, I want to call, a mega giveaway. All right, mega in the sense that it's still being formulated, guys, but we plan on giving away as a prize a Take Your Pick Mega Box. And I'll get to that in the next few days or the next few videos, where I will announce what mega boxes we potentially will be giving away to our lucky winner. And we'll also give the details of what to go ahead and do to qualify for that mega 500 subscriber giveaway. So check your alerts or posts, because that's when I will say that it is live. You'll get ahead of things and be able to register yourself for the giveaway once I announce that the giveaway is live. All right, so stay tuned for that. But without further ado, enough time has been spent on other things. Let's get to ripping. All right, so this is our box right here. So we're looking for pink for refractors, and what else are we looking for? Superfractors and refractors. All right, so we will see. I have not watched any on camera. or on other videos, I should say. So I'm going to be surprised. I'm going to be seeing these cards for the very first time. I know basketball does not do as well of a job as football in terms of tops, that is, in terms of covering up the lack of logos on the jersey. Okay, so here we go. And we have a player that I did not even know played for Minnesota. That's not a good start. There is Anthony Davis, no longer a Laker. And we have a refractor of one Larry Legend, Larry Bird. There you go. Let's get some light there, okay. And Josh Giddey, okay. Yeah, I was reviewing the video that I made the other day and realized that I did not have my light shining directly over the cards. It was because I had moved it away to avoid the glare and taking the photo for the cover shot of the thumbnail. All right, here we go. Here, once again, another player I have never seen on a card, and apparently he's in this card here. All right, looks like he's ready to play at our local YMCA. There's Jamal Murray. There's Irvin Magic. So 2 legends, all right? We got Larry Legend, and we got Irvin Magic Johnson, all right, on these little refractors here. All right, not numbered. And we have Yves Messi. Okay. So will we get our money back or more? I doubt it. But I hope it's a fun rip nonetheless. We're not really expecting much out of this product. We don't really expect much out of non-licensing product, but it'd be nice to get... Oh, I missed it. That is the #1 draft pick, Zachary Rizachet, Bilal Coulibaly, year 2. We have Austin Reeves on the refractor. Okay. Now that is a horrible looking jersey. Look at that. Look at that. Missing that Laker logo, right? All right. And Corey Kispert. Okay. Moving right along in this first box. So if you guys have opened up Topps Chrome, let me know how you guys did. What were your biggest hits in the comments below? Sometimes, you know, lately we've been sharing in a lot of misery. A lot of people have told me on their videos that they have not been hitting, and it gives them comfort because there are videos where I'm not hitting as well, but that's how it is, guys. We know what we're getting into when we rip wax products or sealed products. All right, there's Giannis. Once again, a horrible looking jersey. I want to resist myself from talking about how ugly the jerseys are, because I can go all day about that. I know when they released Topps Chrome last year, that big chase was that Wemby, right? The Wemby card that came out. And they had a nice looking photo where Wemby's sort of back was turned and you could see I believe his last name on the jersey, but didn't see the front of the jerseys. So they covered up that pretty good, but lack of effort this year, guys. Here is a refractor of Chris Middleton, once again wearing his all greenish-like jersey that you would find out, or you would wear to your color league, all right? So, enough of that. Let's keep going. All right, so nothing thus far to say is considered a hit. An auto would be nice. There's Kyrie on the refractor. And Paul George. Once again, the Clippers were ruined because they went after Paul George instead of sticking with SGA. All right. Did you not know that, guys? SGA was a Clipper for a year or two and was involved in that massive trade for Paul George. And I believe Jalen Williams, who was a draft pick, OKC, there's Steph Curry. They used Jalen Williams, or they used the draft pick that they got from the Clippers. And there's a fresh start of Zach Edey to draft Jalen Williams. What a shame. And I believe they still have a few more of the Clippers draft picks. And Paul George no longer plays for the Clippers. So there you have it. All right, here we go. This is the last pack from the box. There's LaMelo. We have a film study of Brandon Miller. This photo of Brandon Miller looks oddly familiar to last year's photo. Like, well, the Prism photo, if I'm not mistaken. But Oh, there we go. We got a Victor Wembanyama base card. So this photo looks very familiar once again. Looks like Topps is not really going all out there to get new photos, but I believe I got or pulled on the Topps Midnight. I pulled a Wemby, numbered Wemby on that one. Got a PSA 7 on that, which I'm still bitter about. And it was the same pose. I believe it was like Lunar Tides. And it was a very, I believe it is the same pose, but, and they just put it on a different design. And there you go. Topps is like, well, that look good. Let's use it again. All right. Looks like that's what they did with this one. But otherwise, a pretty, what was I going to say? A pretty clean card on that one. All right. Let's move along. This is our next box. All right, here are the packs from there. Lillard on the refractor. Ryan Dunn. He had a pretty good year as a rookie. Good that we got a rookie card as a refractor finally. Will there be anyone worthy to stand besides one Victor Wembanyama base card? All right. There you go. Green refractor. Anton Watson. Did you guys know, unless you're a Celtics fan, did you guys know that he played for the Celtics? I've never seen his card in any products. That is weird, right? It looks like Topps knows. I don't know if these guys are like two-way players, but they're giving them cards. All right, so you can see we have a refractor coming up as well. Jordan Hawkins, and this one's a nice one. Got a lot of shine to it, and is a Brandon Pods. Got this nice Brandon Pods one. I believe it's a, does that look purplish? Is it numbered? It is not. But nice looking card. We'll sleeve that up. Hopefully we can get a better year out of Brandon Podziemski. So, in my opinion, sort of regressed from his rookie year. But there you go. Nice card there. And two players that are not worth discussing. All right. Moving right along. Can we salvage this with an auto? When I say an auto, it's got to be of someone that we know, not someone that's like the last guy off the bench. All right, here we go. We have there's that rookie, Zachary Rizache, show and tell. And once again, another player, Pell Larson. I think I've seen his card before. Coming down the home stretch, we are down to our final four packs. Thank you for joining us on the first video of this month. There's Ant-Man, Rob Dillingham, and we have our refractor of Jalen Green, who is no longer with the Rockets. He is with Phoenix. He was traded for 1 KD. What do you guys think about that trade? I think Houston, especially after some of the deals that they made for free agent signings early on, are looking pretty solid. They got a pretty deep team from what I can see. But, of course, it's a matter about everyone staying healthy. But with Kevin Durant there to be the closer, I would... Oh, there we got an auto! We got an auto, and it is of fellow collector Grant Williams. All right, we got an auto, and it's of Grant Williams. It is a Chromographs auto card. All right. Well, we'll sleeve it up. He's not a no-namer, but he's not really... I think nowadays he's more known for out there with his collections and ripping packs than he is playing for, I believe, Charlotte. Okay, so we have a Giannis on this refractor. Nice looking card. All right, and we have an AJ Mitchell. Down to our final two packs. Topps Chrome. Not that bad thus far. Don't know what kind of value these cards hold, especially since they're non-licensed products. Now, if it was a Wemby auto, that'd be different. There's Larry Bird on the base. And we have a Steph Curry on the holo show and tell. All right, let's leave that one up, since it is a holo on that one. Sorry about that. Down to the final pack. So we got, on this one, we got some pretty good, we got 3 cards that were worth sleeving up there and displaying. We got the auto, we got the Pods card, we got the Curry card. And finally, we are getting a fresh start of Zach E. I think we got him earlier on the fresh start, and we have Cam Johnson. Okay, so just a little recap of some of these refractors that we got. We got a nice Giannis, Jalen Green, a guy we haven't heard of, rookie Ryan Dunn, Kyrie, Middleton, Austin Reeves, Magic, and Larry Bird. All right, guys, well, that will do it for this video. Stay tuned. Check your notifications. We will announce at that time in a post that our 500 subscriber mega giveaway is active. Until next time, stay tuned. We have coming up in the next week or so, Topps Chrome Baseball. All right, but before we get to that, we got to finish up our Topps Series 2 baseball products as well. So stay tuned. Until next time, take care.